Welcome back, everybody, to the Birdies and Bourbon Show. Dan, this piece of shit fucking setup. It's a putting contest out here, I tell you. A putting contest, says the number one player in the world. But guess
Patrick
who?
Mahomes. Oh, sorry.
No, we're saying nope, we're not on football yet. We're still talking about golf. But guess who? Guess who? Friend of the show, Hudson Swafford. He managed that putting contest just fine and walks away with his third PGA Tour victory. Congratulations. I guess I'll start calling him Hud now. I don't know when Hud became a thing. I'm sure there are people that call him that. I've only heard announcers reference him as one of two things. One of them being Hudson, the other one being Harris English, which they called him several times as he was coming down the backstretch to close out the tournament.
I know. We love this guy. He was on the show last year. We ran the B&B Classics this morning, but what is it with him and Harris English? Is it Hudson English or Harris Swafford?
I don't know. I mean, they're both Bulldogs. They're both part of the Sea Island Mafia.
Mm-hmm.
Both over 6 feet. Maybe I think they're both Peter Millar. I don't know. Maybe there's lots of similarities there. I think Hudson's a Titleist guy, though. I don't see. Last I recall, I didn't see any PXG gear on Harris English. So I don't know. Nevertheless, congratulations to Hudson Swafford on your third victory.
Awesome.
Opens the tournament with a 70, closes it out with a 64. I'll have to be honest with you, coming into the weekend, kind of where we sat and what was going on. Well, I mean, like just if we look at looking at day one, I think Will Zalatoris had the low round of the tournament at 61. But you got Patrick Cantlay firing a 62 on opening day. And it was kind of like, okay, well, here we go again. It's the Patrick Cantlay show. But oh no, not so much. The 72 on Saturday kind of derails things for Patrick Cantlay, even though, coming in ninth ain't that bad. But yeah, great show by Hudson Swafford. I thought he really kind of pulled things together there coming in on the back stretch.
Yeah, it was great to see him pull that out. And you saw the video with him and his kid afterwards, and his kid got to see him win a tournament. And it was a great story, great friend of the show. I'm glad to have him back on. Was it All Nations Bourbon? Is that what it is?
It is All Nations. Yeah. It's, I think it's produced at Scofflaw here in Atlanta. So it's where they're bottling that up at. So that would be a good celebratory drink for us. A little All Nations. Hudson can tell us what it feels like putting the old number 3 in the belt.
Mm-hmm.
And moving on. I think he'd actually won this tournament before. So
yeah, he had. It's huge.
Yeah. Good.
And apparently, congrats to you, Cal.
Well, let's just say somebody may have threw a little scratch on Hudson Swafford at 200-1. And the bank account looks a little thicker than it did.
A little more healthy.
Yeah, it looks a little thicker than it did. When the round started on Sunday. So I didn't text you because it's one of those things.
Mm-hmm.
We did talk about it on last week's show. I said, hey, I mean, he's a winner. It's been playing pretty good. I mean, something could happen here. He could pop, and he did. And 200-1. I was listening to another show the other day, and somebody, I don't know if they said, I don't remember. So I'm definitely going to fuck this one up. And I don't remember if they made reference to, who would have picked Hudson Swafford as their one and done, or if they said who was actually putting down hard money on Hudson Swafford to win the tournament. This guy right here, this guy. Hard money, Hudson Swafford to win the tournament, and at 201, it paid off. So we did have a couple of friends of the show that listened. They heeded the counsel coming from the Birdies and Bourbons camp, and it paid off. So they didn't send a picture. Well, they didn't send a picture of their bank account, but they did send pictures of their betting slip. So
winning slip.
Or as Dynamite would say, the collecting slip.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, that is trademarked, and we did have permission to use it. Just in case somebody was sending that C&D over.
we had been after Hudson for a while, just looking at him, and just the trajectory that he was on was outstanding. And if you look at, he started really kind of cranking in the fall, late summer and fall, when he made, 11th at the Northern Trust, 17th at the BMW. Those are big time tournaments, right? In the playoffs there. Then he was at 32 at the CJ, 33 Mayakoba, 35 Houston, 48 at the Sony, and then he wins at the Amex. And we've seen his name at the leaderboard. He's been playing great.
Don't forget, right? So coming into, and if you haven't listened to the episode with Hudson Swafford, wherever you find your podcast at, Birdies and Bourbon podcast, he came. So coming into the 2022 calendar year, and he had just won, I believe, in. I'll screw it up. Either Corrales or Punta Cana, right? Punta Cana. Mm-hmm. So, and then had a little bit of an injury, and everybody likes to talk about the negatives around, and I'm not trying to make it positive, but just with the pandemic and everything that happened, and the the pause that happened in the world, and when the PGA Tour took a break and then they came back, Hudson actually kind of benefited from the injury. Maybe they'll call it an injury, but injury from the exemption, and took advantage of it. And so, hey, now we've got a healthy Hudson Swafford. I mean, is there more to come?
Yeah, I think so.
Wouldn't be surprised. Wouldn't be surprised. Also, what I wouldn't be surprised about is, well, let me say a few things. So there's a few guys on tour that I watch, and I watch their swing, or, I watch kind of what they're doing, or maybe I'm watching something off the course and I'm like seeing what, a lot of Bourbon guys, coming into the world out there. And it's like, oh man, how'd they get into that? I'd like to figure out what's going on, or what are they working on with their coach? I mean, we like to ask those questions a lot. A recent show with Scott Stallings, we talked a lot about, kind of the workout aspect of it. What are you doing to stay in shape and staying healthy and maintaining? The number one player in the world, Jon Rahm,
mm-hmm.
He can conjugate some swear words, can't he?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know who captured the video, but I'll raise a glass to you. Say, well captured. Well captured. And the image that Jon Rahm, I think, had done a really nice job of changing, of
improving.
Excuse me. I'll retort. The image that he had improved over a long period of time. How long do you think that clip was? 3 seconds?
3 seconds. Yeah.
I ain't saying it torpedoed him. But no. I'm just saying, he'll be fine. No big deal.
Most players are working towards the player impact program. Jon Rahm was working towards the player improvement program. From an image perspective, like rehab. Come here, happy.
Rehab is on its way. You think once he saw that was out, do you think he sent how soon did JT get a text message?
Exactly. You know what Jon Rahm needs? I mean, this is 100% the truth. So listen,
he needs a Ray Donovan is what he needs.
He does need a Ray Donovan. He does do that. Yeah. He needs his own tequila. Right?
It's never too late. I don't know. Is he a tequila?
Well, he's Spanish. Well, I thought he was drinking tequila. Was he drinking tequila when he won the?
Hold on. They don't make tequila in Spain.
I know, but I thought he said he was at the place in Arizona. The one that you're
Silverleaf.
Silverleaf. I thought he was there, and I thought he was drinking a ton of tequila when he won the U.S. Open. I thought that's what he said.
Oh, maybe it was. Maybe he was. Yeah, he was. Probably got a case of Flechas shipped over.
Something like that. Yeah. Okay. I don't think I'm making that up, but he definitely. I thought it was tequila, but maybe it was wrong. Maybe it was vodka.
He's definitely making that up. I don't see any liquor sponsors or brands tied to his gear. So
he can use one.
Maybe. Hey, couldn't we all?
Bad boy tequila. Bad boy tequila. Bad boy Rahm.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I don't. Hey, again, we're making
light of it.
We're making a big deal out of something that's not a big deal. And for anybody that's listening, or it's like, hey, if you play golf, trust me, you probably said. I don't know if you would have said it in that frame, because you're probably not that. If you're like Dan and I, you're not that good. So you wouldn't have been hounding it. But where I do want to go with this is, so what do you think sparked the conversation? Because as I scroll through, let me read off a few names that finished. Like, let's go, maybe I'll call it a few names in the top 10 at the Amex. Hudson Swafford obviously won. Tom Hoagy, fantastic week. Brian Harmon, Lanto Griffin, Lee Hodges, Willie Z. We hadn't seen him in forever. Denny McCarthy, the Sauce Man, Dan, the Sauce Man. I can't wait to hear what you got to say about him coming into Torrey Pines this week. And Patrick Cantlay. That's the best 9. So I mean, what's happening here? I mean, it's a putting contest. I mean, it's a professional golfer. And where did Rahm actually finish?
Like 15th or something, wasn't it? 14, 15.
So T14 shoots a 66, 70, 67, and 71. I don't know, but that's I guess he was just having a rough day putting, and that's what came to mind. By the way, I like it. I mean, I've got it written down, man. Got it written down.
Rahm played well.
Well. Actually, it's a piece of shit fucking set up. Putting contest this week. A putting contest this week. Isn't every week on the PGA Tour a putting contest?
That is definitely not a spelling contest. This is
I'm just saying. Let's see. Who else surprised? So I really thought I was going to have to catch a lot of shit on today's showdown. Coming in also at T14. Your boy Seamus Power. He fires opening round 65, 69, shoots a 66 on Saturday. And I'm like, oh shit. That's all I need is for Dan to be crowing on the show about 2 weeks in a row. He's picked the winner as his one and done. Not so much.
Dude, I almost had you. No, but I was sitting pretty come Saturday night. I was like 2 of 3 back. I'm like, this is exactly where Hideki was last week. This is wonderful. And I didn't say a word. So no. Turn it on the next day. +2 after 1.
Yeah, there you go.
Is he hurt? Is he hurt?
Yeah, it's pride. Let's see. Phil Mickelson +7. Can't get it done.
No ice cream trucks out there.
No ice cream trucks. Bucky finishes at +3. He does not make it. He did make it to the weekend, but didn't make it to Sunday. Who else? I think I was a little hot on Sabatini. He bookends his 3-day trip with 73, so not great there. Matt Wolff shows up with an opening 78, shoots a 67 on Friday, and then can't get the deal done with a 72. So I don't know. It may be a glimmer of hope on Friday with Matthew Wolff, but I don't know if anybody else really surprised me that we talked about, that we put in some lineups. I think. Who So Corey Connor, 75, 66, 72. And again, you got to think they were playing different courses, right? So some of that kind of comes into play on the different courses that they were playing. But I was a little surprised by that one. Friend of the show, Scott Stallings. He did have a money round on Saturday, closed out with a 68. So good stuff coming into this week's Farmers, previous winner at Torrey Pines. So could be some good things coming there. And I don't know if anybody else really stuck out. I know we'll probably talk about some of the other folks that will be in some of our lineups this week. So
it was a fun event. I enjoyed it. I mean, good start to the California swing, the Desert Classic and all, and fun times. And then across the pond, we had some action.
We did have some action. Yeah, the good news, I'm getting over this cold. I think I've finally taken in enough bourbon. It's cutting right through it. So
there you go.
Positive stuff there. Yeah, Rory had a few things to say that I can't quote him. I'll paraphrase as usual. And I couldn't have been happier to get off the course, or I've never waited so long to get off a golf course. So but hold on. Let me, before we get into that.
I was gonna say I can relate.
I lost you, bud.
I said I can relate.
Oh, maybe I know I can relate too. All right, so wait a minute. So I want to talk about the tournament that was just held overseas. Do you want to give me what the name of this is for the European Tour?
The DP something. Yeah. Right.
I mean, you had me at DP. I don't. Why DP?
They're paying for it, right?
If it's an acronym, just spell it out. The whole DP thing, I can't even think golf after you say DP, you lose me every step out of the way.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm like, is this a kid friendly show?
Exactly.
Yeah. Let's see who.
Thomas Peters, right?
It was Thomas Peters. Yes. What did he? I guess he kind of won in Jon Rahm fashion. I think he's another one that might be a little hot under the collar from time to time. So, but yeah, I mean, probably good things to come from Peters. Victor Hovland finished in 4th. Victor Dubuisson, T4. Hatton, we'll be seeing him back in the States pretty soon. So he and Ian Poulter finished T6. Adam Scott, T10. McIlroy finishing in T12. So yeah, lots of good action over there, just to be aware. And I don't know, we'll see. Most of those guys will be here at the AT&T, I guess, at Pebble. They'll be making the trip over, I would expect.
Yeah, most of them. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, good things happening there. All right. So do you want to get into the Farmers Insurance Open right now, or do you want to talk about a couple of other fun little things?
Fun things first. Yeah, let's go fun. Well, I mean, not the Farmers isn't fun. It's fun too, but
No.
What do you got?
Okay.
What you got?
So did you have a chance to watch any football this weekend?
Oh yeah. Sure did. Yep.
I'm going to need to see your Vax card. Because somebody, they are not marching on. The Cheesehead.
The Cheesehead, yes.
The previous celebrity host of Jeopardy, Aaron Rodgers. Just made some. Didn't finish it off as best as he could have, I thought. But I'm going to bring it back to golf. And it's not one of the celebrity matches or the matches where he's playing. I'm bringing it back to, if you had to equate Aaron Rodgers for a golfer, who is the equivalent golfer of Aaron Rodgers?
I saw some of this going around the internet today, like this weekend. So yes, I think it is. I think it is the shock. Yes, 100% the shock.
Oh, good day, mate.
Yeah.
So do I. I mean, you got I don't know what was Norman, like 80 wins, 80 professional wins, like 30 on the PGA Tour. I may be screwing those numbers completely up. We're not statisticians over here, but close. 2 majors, neither one on U.S. soil. Both of them were for the Open Championship. I think he did have 2 second place showings in every other major. I believe that's correct. There may be one that there was a 3 there. They maybe had 3 for the U.S. Open. I don't know. Anyway, I do think so. I think Aaron Rodgers is the reincarnated Greg Norman.
100%
of football.
Yeah. So who do you think takes his place on the State Farm commercials if he doesn't up or they don't up? Who do you think could take his place? Bucky Fowler. Bucky Fowler. There you go.
He's gonna have a lot of
but he's already in Farmers, isn't he? He's gonna get Farmers and go over there.
I'm saying we're doubling down. Let's double down on Bucky. We've got a lot of free time, man. I think Bucky is gonna get a bigger seat at the table.
Phil could do it. Yep.
Well, if we're gonna stick with football, who's gonna do who Mahomes? He's with
State Farm. He's the other guy on it. Yeah.
He's a State Farm guy. Brady might have a lot of free time on his hands after a disappointing Saturday.
Brady would be a good choice. He could do that. Yeah.
Who Peyton is and you're probably right? But you're thinking, I know what people are thinking. They're thinking, well, hold on. Well, Brady may retire after this year. He may not. But Peyton is the nationwide guy, and he's a retired football player. So I don't think you have to be current to be well. I think you have to be relevant to be relevant. I don't think you have to be an active player to be relevant.
There you
go. So I'm thinking Brady is, I think Brady's a shoe in.
I could see Phil doing it.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to wind up with 2 golf guys then.
With football and a golf guy?
I think you got to diversify. I don't think you're going to wind up with 2 golf guys doing an insurance pick or insurance play.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because I mean you're 2, because I mean we're going to show the golf guy on on Monday Night Football. Maybe. Gotcha. I mean, all the golfers want to show up, or all the football players want to show up to play in the match. So, I mean, maybe you should be showing a lot more golf commercials during football. Just saying. But yeah, so I don't know. That was probably, that's all I had. That's a cute.
Well, I'll tell you, that game on Sunday night was insane. Yes.
Well, I think that's a rivalry that and yes, by the way, this is a show about golf and bourbon. That's why I'm drinking bourbon.
Well, as we said on Sunday night, it was, that football kind of looked like a putting contest with all the scoring.
It did absolutely look like a putting contest. And I mean, I think that the Bills just ran out of time. Well, I mean, I don't like that whole shit about like the first person that scores, that sudden death thing. Yeah. I think you gotta go college, man. I think you got to take it back to the college thing, and everybody needs a chance to score. Now we sound like T-ball. But I do think that both teams should have an opportunity to score. And if not, I think you ought to just flip the fucking coin when the game's over. Just flip the coin, heads or tails, and let's be done with it. And move on. I mean, if it's really going to be, because especially once, and maybe I don't know if you could change it like for regular season and then playoffs. But I mean, like if you're that good that you've made it that far, you played the whole season, and you're in that conference game to win the division, don't you? I mean, like just to say, hey, whoever, just then in that case, just give it to whoever called it. Give it to them. I think that was kind of a. I don't think it was a shitty game by any means. I think it was a great game. I just think that rule and the way that that the playoff is managed, I think that's a little bit of a miss on their part.
Can I bring it back to golf real quick?
Please do. It's a show about golf and bourbon.
Let me ask you a question. So, we love what's the country music movie with Jeff Bridges?
Crazy Heart.
Crazy Heart. We love Crazy Heart, right?
Hey, he loves it so much it just rolls off the tip of his tongue. What do you go?
Sure. Well, Tommy Sweet, he's real country, right? He's real country. Right. Hudson Swafford, he's real bourbon.
He is real bourbon.
Is Max Homa real bourbon?
Well, interestingly enough, I did see some pictures on the old IG and the Twitter. Max Homa looked like he was, I don't know if he was inking a contract or if he was signing bottles, but he's entered into a partnership with, I believe it was Elijah Craig.
Yep, Elijah Craig.
I believe.
Yep.
Which now, hold on, and I think that, hey, here you go. The best bourbon is the bourbon you drank it the way you like to drink it, hands down. For me personally, I'm looking at Max Homa making a move to Elijah Craig, and then I think about Justin Thomas toting around the Woodford Reserve logo, and I would much rather, as a drinker, I think that Elijah Craig, hands down, is a much better product. It's a product that I enjoy more than Woodford Reserve is probably the best way to put it. Now,
well, don't forget about yours truly now sitting right in front of you to your left.
I mean,
Jason Kokrak. Jason Kokrak,
so
right?
That whole Buffalo Trace gig that he's got going on, which I think is so underplayed.
Eagle Rare is sitting to his left, by the way, for the people not on YouTube. Yeah.
And so here's the thing: is I'm wondering what these folks are going to start doing with this, because I see a lot of activity. So let's just talk spirits in general in the golf world. So who do you see more content from a professional golfer related to spirits? It doesn't have to be bourbon, could be. Who do you see the most content from?
All right. So I think number one, probably Koepka with the Ultra. 2, Amstel Light, Phil. Then I'd go, I think Kokrak does some good stuff with some commercials and stuff.
All right, I'm going to redirect. Let me
Okay.
redirect, because that's
Okay.
not so, because you're hitting a lot of like TV commercials on TV. So I
Okay.
know where you were going.
I thought that's where you were going, but I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So I'm thinking more like just as far as content goes, and there are some. We are not in the media space, even though I think this is considered media. We're not professionals. How about that? But if you just look at content, right, and things that's going on, like the person and the brand that I see most as it relates to golf, and I'm talking just spirits, straight up spirits.
Okay.
It's Fletcher Azul Tequila.
Sure.
And,
Okay.
and
just spirits. Yeah.
Yeah, just spirits. Think about the last time you saw Bryson DeChambeau advertising something for Grey Goose vodka. I can't tell you, other than they're on his page. I'm sure they're cutting him a check. I'm sure he probably shows up to some celebrity events, right? And but I can't tell you the first thing I've seen with Bryson DeChambeau repping Grey Goose. I can tell you the last post I saw with Max Homa at Elijah Craig just happened. So I get that. I can't tell you the last time I saw something with Justin Thomas and Woodford Reserve. Who else?
Kokrak and Eagle Rare.
Kokrak and Eagle Rare. See that quite frequently. I don't know. I'm probably missing some people. I guess my point is, and I don't know, maybe it's maybe because it's booze, maybe there's, and when I say contractually, I mean that the sponsorship that you're getting, that the contractual agreement you're engaging with this professional, maybe there are some challenges there, and that how much I can represent, what how vocal, how much face time do I want with this brand. And yes, this is my brand, and I am going to carry its label, and it's going to carry mine, but I don't want to come off like a drunk, right? If that's a fair statement. Not me. I'm we're good there.
You have a good point though. So, all the watch companies make sure that when a player wins or when they're doing an interview, they have to put the watch on, right?
Everywhere.
So why wouldn't Eagle Rare, when Kokrak wins, have him do like a,
cheers.
Yeah, cheers.
You don't even have to drink it. You just hold the damn thing up and say cheers. Hold it up.
Cheers.
Right?
Yeah.
Because it's not about the golfer. I mean, it's about the yous and me's and the folks that are listening that are going to buy something. And it's like, oh my God, Max Homa, that's my #1 Twitter fan page following that I do. So I'm going to go buy more Elijah Craig, which, by the way, Elijah Craig makes a great product.
They do.
I don't know why he didn't. I mean, I was thinking he would have the 18-year out there. I know it's hard to find, and when you do find it, it's probably secondary and extremely overpriced. But I mean, shit, if you're going to be the brand ambassador for them, I mean, give me the good shit. Don't bring me no fucking small batch. Get the good. Bring me the good stuff, man. What are you talking about? I'm signing bottles. Let's make it count, baby. I mean, I'm putting my name on here, but I think it's interesting in the way, and I think it's probably. Can I speak for us?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's probably just our ignorance in that realm or space of the sponsorships category, in that, there are probably some, well, what do you want your image to be? I mean, do you want to be known as the guy that talks about, the piece of shit fucking setup, it's putting, or do you want to be like, oh, hey, he also enjoys a pour every now and then, it's okay, so exactly. I can totally get how the thing could be kind of underplayed and played down a little bit. I mean, Stallings, a couple of weeks ago was talking with us, about all the barrel picks that he's done and the charities that he's doing. And maybe that's the thing behind it is you're not getting enough. Are you giving enough content to support the context of what an image may illustrate to somebody, right? It's like, they're about booze, and it's like, well, maybe, but I mean, a lot of people drink, and a lot of people drink in moderation. Not saying we're one of those, but if you're are they doing it for the right reason? And, a lot of people are doing it for, a good cause and in the right direction. Anyway, not enough of that, but yeah. So, but congrats to Max Homa for sure. We'd love to have a tasting with him on the show.
Sure.
And chat about, his fondness for Twitter and what led him down the path. Would love to do that.
Absolutely. Yep.
Speaking of not drinking too much.
Make sure that doesn't happen. Definitely got to pour more.
Might as well. You don't want the glass to get dry, crying out loud.
Hold that.
Hold that. Okay, let's we'll shoot the shit a little more at the end, and let's take ourselves to San Diego, the home of Rod Burgundy. Actually, Rod Burgundy, but raise a pint for the mayor every chance I get. So
there you go.
We are heading to Torrey Pines this week. This is probably, would you consider this kind of our first real golf event? I mean, last week we had a putting contest. We had the Tournament of Champions. And
we're not going to let that go.
In Waiyaki, in Matsuyama, we're a resort course once again. And now we're actually showing up to a Muni course in San Diego, which is Torrey Pines. Be playing the North and the South course. For scoring purposes and principle, we'll be focusing on the South course, which is tipping out just around 7,700 yards. Now, I don't know if it's interesting or not. It was interesting to me because, a lot of these courses, take last week, for example, right? The stadium course, PGA West, which was a Pete Dye design. A lot of people like to call out a lot of the famous architects and designers. And as I was doing research, which I don't really do any research. We just make it up as we go. I'm like, well, shit, who designed Torrey Pines? So Torrey Pines, you can cut me off whenever it gets boring, Dan, which I know is probably all the time. I tried to lose my voice for the show so I wouldn't have to talk at all. How'd I do?
Not good enough.
Not good enough. Okay. So where Torrey Pines sits, it was a U.S. Army military training center. And in I'm going to go with 57. In the 1950s, William F. Bell designed the golf course, all 36 holes. It was the North course was extended by Weiskopf in 2016, and Reese Jones gave the South course nope, scratch that. Yeah, that's right. He gave the South course a makeover in 1999. So William Bell, and then a couple of makeovers from Reese Jones and Tom Weiskopf. So I don't know. I mean, in case you ever want to know, could be a trivia question. Trivia coming up at the end of the show. Stick around.
There you go.
So the South course tips out just under 7,700 yards. As I mentioned, this is going to be, we're back to golf. Jon Rahm should be happy. Although I think this probably does turn into a putting contest too. Just saying. Yeah. You're on the PGA Tour with the best players in the world.
Yep.
We're changing surfaces, at least grass surfaces. This is POA tee to green. We ain't got a lot of water. We got a lot of bunkers, and I think off the tee, the greens are going to be hard to hit as it's played out in the past. So it's narrow, a lot of twisting fairways. That's going to lead to probably a lot of missed greens. And so approach is going to be key. Around the green is going to be key. And I'd say this probably ranks in the middle of the field as far as the greens being POA surface. Our previous winners, maybe I'll tell you who they were. Maybe Patrick Reed in 2021, Marc Leishman, Justin Rose, Jason Day, Jon Rahm, Brandt Snedeker. Boy, did Brandt look, the Tennessee boy look good out there at the Amex this weekend. Jason Day didn't look too bad. Scott Stallings had a hell of a Saturday. And Tiger Woods in 2013, I think the lowest score dating back through 2013 was Justin Rose at 21 under. Everybody else were averaging out probably in the mid-teens from a winning score. So I'm excited about it. We obviously read off a few names that were not going to be here that just finished playing in Europe. But I'm excited about this tournament. I'm excited to get to Torrey. I did actually have a chance to play that back in the day. It's probably been 10 or 12 years ago, but got to get back out there, man. San Diego is a great place. Some good bars in San Diego.
It's a good fun place.
And some good taco trucks.
Tacos. That's it. It is. They got a lot of good taco stuff out there. Yeah. I do want to bring up one thing real quick. Our lineup from last week.
Ooh, how'd we do?
I think we won 3-1. Yeah.
I believe we did too.
Yeah.
I believe we did too.
Yeah.
Not too shabby.
Not too shabby.
Whatever you're drinking, Dan.
Exactly.
Keep drinking.
There you go. Cheers. Yeah, it was 3-1 for sure. Want some more money there?
Did I mention Hudson Swafford, by the way? Somebody put hard money down on him at 200-1.
Keep it rolling. Keep it rolling.
Just saying.
It's like the town without having had the masks on.
It's like it is. It's like the town. It's like no. It's like this. It's like this. Looks like we're all out of presidents. Oh, Utah, give you two. Okay, so the Farmers Insurance Open, Torrey Pines. Is anybody surprised? King of the putting contest, #1 player in the world, rounding out the $10,000 better golfers price this week is Jon Rahm. We're visiting our friends at fantasynational.com to pick up our statistics. We are looking at the past 24 rounds of golf, and there are a lot of #1s. He's ranked below five or better in every category except for around the green, and he's ranked 34th, excuse me. I guess that's the reason Jon Rahm, king of putting contest, is 11,200.
I mean, we got all these power stats, but has he ever done anything here?
Oh yes, he's won. Oh yes, he has one here, Danimal. Believe me.
He's kind of the king of this place. Yeah. I'm surprised he doesn't live in San Diego.
2017 at 13 under, he did walk away victorious. So, that was
not only that, but last year at the U.S. Open. Yeah.
Last year at the U.S. Open. I mean, we can go on and on. Is he going to be the guy? The model ranks him out at #1. He's projected 23% owned. I mean, if the worst part of your game is ranked 34th around the green, I mean, I can probably live with that.
Yeah.
T14 at the Amex, second at the Century. We don't need to get into the other jargon. That's dated back to 2021.
We got some serious hitters here in 10,000 this week. Usually we're like, they're all pretty good. Here it's a holy cow. Where do you go? I mean, you got Jon Rahm, Justin Thomas, Hideki. Those three right there are just on fire right now.
Well, so scroll back a little, go up a little bit. All right. So here's where here's where I'm reluctant to go. I'm not saying I'm not going to go there. They will be in some lineups, but DJ.
Yeah, I agree.
Haven't seen him since. Have we seen him since the CJ Cup?
Nope, not that I know of.
Ranked 15th in the model, projected at 9.4% owned right now. By the way, mind you, make a note, set a calendar. Generally speaking, the golf tournament starts on Thursday and ends on a Sunday. Mm-hmm. There's a couple of little football matches coming up on Sunday, Dan, that the PGA Tour does not want to compete with. This tournament will start on Wednesday and will end on Saturday. So Saturday will be the final round. They'll announce the champion on Saturday. I guess if everything goes, I mean, potentially you could point. I mean, would a crazy ass playoff that runs it? It's dark, and now we got to close out like on Sunday morning. Great. I mean, it wouldn't be the craziest thing we've seen in the past 12 months. And we're close to Vegas. What do you think? Like a 45-minute plane ride?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Maybe a few people wanting to exit early. I don't know, just saying. But for me, I think the two people that I'm not starting a lineup with initially, even though once we build a lineup at the end, we may start it with him. I think DJ and Berger. I think those are the two that kind of lead me in. I don't know. I think Rahm, Hideki, and the X-Man, those are probably my three leans in the $10,000 and better range. I'm not taking anything away from anybody. I mean, you can't, right? I mean, the stuff that's going on here, I mean, it's good stuff. I would say out of that category, though, I mean, JT probably has the worst record here. Hideki, 4 out of 5. Rahm, I mean, it's everything kind of points to Rahm. X-Man, out of the last 5 tournaments here, he's 2 for 3 on the cut line. However, he was T2 last year. And I remember him kind of talking this one up, right? I mean, being in, even though he lives in Vegas, but he was kind of talking this up, and, you know, being from the area, you know, kind of hometown crowd, you know, he let's hit one for the Gipper kind of thing. And I don't know. I could see the gold medalist coming out on top here.
Yeah, I could too. I mean, well, look at Hideki, man. Sony first, Century T13, Zozo first. I mean, that's just sick, right? That's just sick.
I don't know how you get away from him.
I don't either.
And I think that, you know, moving on to Poa Greens, I mean, I think, does that correct some of the putting woes, or does it at least neutralize some of the putting woes for everybody else?
Yeah.
You know, maybe so. So yeah, I don't think there's a wrong way to go. Again, I told you my 2, even though they're ranked 14th and 15th in the model, those are probably, those are in the back pocket. And I can't say a scrub lineup, but if I create what have you done for me lately, or I haven't seen you lately lineup, that's probably where I'm heading. So
yeah, I agree. For me, it's the top 3 and fade DJ and Berger as well. I mean, that's we haven't seen DJ in a while, so who knows?
Yeah, I think I'm Rahm, and if I'm picking 2, and then if I'm going studs and scrubs, they're not scrubs though. They're professional golfers. If I'm going the best of the best, and then the best, I'm going Jon Rahm and X-Man, and then I'm working my way down the field probably. So I don't know. Yeah. We'll get there. We'll get there eventually.
Yep.
$9,000 range. A lot of people that you are probably used to seeing in the $10,000 range. I think it's just because we haven't seen them in a while, right? And take off, man. I mean, Sungjae Im's ranked 2 in the model. I think Poa is probably his least best putting surface. He tends to excel on Bermuda, but and I believe he T11 last week missed the cut at Sony. So I don't know. This could be a time that that Sungjae elects to shine. I thought we had a pretty good showing. Maybe we didn't. Who do you like in the $9,000 range?
Sam Burns. I like Sam Burns. I like Sungjae. Those are my 2 guys. Willie Z. Can't go wrong. Is it Willie Z in 10,000 or 9,000 still? Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. Sungjae,
those are my 3 guys. Yeah.
T36,
and Finau.
Ooh, I'll get there in a minute. Will Zalatoris had a solid showing last week. T7 here last year. I'll pick out my 2 in here, and they're at the bottom of the tier in the $9,000 range. And I think that I'm probably, I shouldn't say I think, I did start lineups with these 2 gentlemen, Tony Finau and Marc Leishman. That is my 1 and 2 seed. I don't know how I would handicap those guys. I'd probably look at the odds on them. I did bet both of those outright, and it wouldn't surprise me to see either of those guys. But let me put it this way: I hedged my bet, if you will.
My one and done's coming from this category, the $9,000 range this week for sure.
You probably had a sneak peek at mine. I think mine is too. I think I've got 3 golfers. I have 3 golfers that I listed because I couldn't decide yet. I think when we were texting earlier, I said I'm going to have to make the decision off the cuff. Yep. And my 3 options for the one and done this week are the 3 lowest priced $9,000 guys. So I'm gonna. So by the way, I'm making a note. You're gonna pick first in the one and done. That way I don't derail you. You were almost on a roll, man.
Okay, well I'm gonna pick. Listen, I can pick it right now if you want me to.
No. Okay. I want to wait. I don't want you to pick it right now because I'm on a roll. I don't think I've had a one and done make the cut in like I don't know.
I'll give you a hint.
A long time.
Let me give you a hint about my one and done. And then
hold on. Is his sister an act? Does she play in a role in Ozarks?
I don't think so. The schedule has a lot to do with my one and done this week.
The schedule.
Yes. Okay, you don't get it. That's all right. What I've just done is I've derailed him for the entire show. He'll be like, "Oh, what does he mean?"
I'm just gonna drink more at this point.
All right.
Okay. So is anybody? Well, so I like the bottom 3 guys in the $9,000 range. I What are we going to see?
I
out of
don't
Jordan
know who we're
Spieth?
gonna
I
fade
don't
here.
know.
Yeah, I mean Brooks is. Yeah,
If I'm fading, it may be DeChambeau. I mean, I think the length obviously plays into his favor. However, I
played at
think that
the U.S. Open here last year.
he
Set up harder for that.
Did he win?
No, but that's because he didn't play the back nine.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Okay, here we go again. He doesn't have to play on Sunday this time.
I'm just saying, you gotta get the guy to play on Sunday to make it count. Right,
not this week. Not this week.
Not have to play on Sunday. So maybe it's a thing. I don't know. There's probably no real fade for me up here.
Nah.
Scottie Scheffler's been looking good. I mean, I could see Scottie kind of popping. It's kind of like, hey, Scottie, it's about your time to win. I don't know. Spieth, what are we going to get out of Spieth? That's
How did Spieth finish in the U.S. Open last year? I know it's a harder setup, right? But it's not a putting contest. But
I don't know. I don't have it in front of me.
I don't remember. Yeah. My unknown would be Brooks, and probably DeChambeau. Yeah, it's my unknown. I wouldn't say I'm going to fade him. I don't know what to expect.
Yeah. There's other directions I want to go, right? Other than going that direction. So
yeah.
$8,000 range. Give me a couple you like, and give me a couple fades.
As much as he didn't play well last week, I love Corey Connors. I mean, 11th at the Sony, 22nd RSM. I mean, the guy off the tee, 5th in the field, 25th on approach, 44th in putting. He sets up well here. That's probably one of my first go-tos. Patrick Reed won last year. I don't like the recent form. So I'm leaning towards Connors. What about you?
So I am going to be sprinkling in some Reed. No outright bets, maybe a top 10 or so. Definitely a top 20, I think. So I think this was about the time last year that the Wolff man kind of went off the rails, right? And because we've got a WD, and then in 2020 we got a T21. Now last week, mind you, was not a good showing. I don't know. I may, just to be contrarian, let me flip over here back to you and see what's his own percentage.
Wolff, 6.9.
6.9. Yeah, I mean, just to kind of sprinkle in some, there ain't no fucking way I'm betting that. I'm not betting it outright, that's for sure. But I may sprinkle some DraftKings plays in there with him. But the two. No, we said two. The two people that I like, $8,100, T2, T21, T13, and T2. I'm going to give Ryan Palmer some love this week, man. I think that could be T12 at the Sony. So I'm kind of like, why not go that direction? Plays well, likes the course. I think Ryan Palmer is one of those guys that if he likes the course, things kind of look good in his direction. The other guy that I'm going, and I'm kind of, whoops, I can't go there yet. We're still in the $8,000 range. I think it's going to be P. Reed, man. I mean, I think it's going to be Reed and Palmer for me in the $8,000 category.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Homa, obviously, he's going to get sprinkled in some. I think this may be Bezadenhout's first showing here, but he's been playing pretty good. So, that's a possibility. But yeah, I mean, my go-to there is I'm getting on some Ryan Palmer.
Yeah, I'll just look at the leaderboard from the U.S. Open last year.
Spieth
was 19.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, again, I mean, rein it in. As long as he's hitting fairways, I mean, we're probably in pretty good shape. I mean, if he's spraying it all, which he can do.
It's a different setup here, but
ranked 101 off the tee. So, I mean, that's could be. But get him into a putting contest, and that putter gets hot. Who knows what's going to happen?
Yeah, exactly.
All right, $7,000 range. Who's your go-to plays, Dan?
Keegan looks good here with off tee and approach, man. I'm reluctant to say it, but I think he looks good here. 13% projected ownership, $7,900. Spottle rank 50, T12 at the Sony, missed the cut at RSM. I mean, 52nd off the tee, 7th on approach. Yeah, I like that. I mean, yeah. What do you think?
I've got Keegan in some lineups already. I think that's a great play. I think the gentleman also priced at $7,900 has had some great course history here.
Mm-hmm.
And as of late, I mean, looks pretty good, wouldn't you say?
The Roseman, yeah. Yep.
33rd at the Amex, and then obviously we get a little dated, but yeah, I mean, I think I'm starting to see a little bit of life out of the guy. I think so. Yeah, I think Rosie is. I think he's going to be a play for me this week. Again, some of these are going to be a little contrarian in the sense of what's happening, but yeah, I think the first two $7,000 guys are probably heavy leans for me. I think as you start to get a little bit deeper, Lanto Griffin had a great showing at the Amex, T7 here last year. And there's a lot of people in the $7,000 range that I'm probably gonna go to. So I'll name a few, and then you can rattle off about them. So after Lanto Griffin, I think he's a solid play. I think Luke List. I think the Sauce Man's probably going to get a little love from me. Is this where he top the ball here last year, or was it at Pebble? Was it here?
I think it was here. I think he was here. Yeah.
And I don't think it was opening day, but I think it was like the second day of the tournament off. And I think he was starting off on the 10th tee. And I think he completely like muffed the ball off the 10th tee.
Yeah.
However, finished T10 last year. So three out of his last 4 showings here made the cut. It's a T10 and T14. Best in class there. Tom Hoagy, he missed the cut last year. He was 5th in 2020, missed the cut in 19 and T12 and 18. So if he continues this trend, T5 missed cut, 5th missed cut. I think Hoagy was in the top 5 last week. I mean, could this be Hoagy working his way into the 1 seed? Just saying.
Yeah, I mean, he's been playing great, so it's hard to shy away from that for sure. Yeah. Aaron Wise.
So the only thing that didn't play here the past 2 years, missed the cut in 19 and 18, and then T71 and 17. I'm with you in the sense of the way he's been playing, that it looks good. It's just course history. I
just think we got a different Aaron Wise though.
I'm not saying that he's playing bad. I'm just saying course history. Let me put it like this. If I'm picking course history, current play, Brent Snedeker at 7,400 or Aaron Wise at 7,500.
Yeah.
Rocky Top all day long, baby. Just saying.
I like Schneds. I told you I like Schneds, and I was leaning towards that for a 1 and done, but then I could change my mind. But yes, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think this. I mean, course history, right? All in. Yes, I mean, I don't know how you can get away from it. And then, it was a resort course, and here's the reason I'm probably shying away from Keith Mitchell in this one is he's missed the cut the past 3 times. He did finish 7th at the Sony Open, but again, we're talking resort golf versus. I'm not worried about the field of play. I'm just saying course history, a little bit scary for me there from Mitchell. I don't know, anybody else that sticks out in the $7,000 range that you're either fading or you're leaning?
Nah, we hit on most of them.
Yeah. You didn't mention Bucky.
No, I didn't.
Let's see. Yeah, I don't think there's anybody else that I'm leaning on in the $7,000 range. I've got to get to the $6,000 range. Not that I want to, but because I'm going to have to for the people that I want to play in the $9,000 range. A couple of people that stick out. Kyle Stanley, T18 here last year, and finished 27th at the Sony. I know I just said it was a resort course, and indeed it is, but that's a direction I'll probably be leaning. Harry Higgs, oddly enough, I mean, he popped off a little bit at the Amex, and then he had a couple of Harry Higgs moments, but T65 and T9s in his last 2 showings. just saying, he is an Olympic medalist, and he finished he finished T10 here last year. I did have him in a few lineups, and it was like a fucking putting contest. He did not pay off for me at the Amex, but Rory Sabatini at $6,700. I feel like this is a course that he can just kind of work his way around and make the cut. And at this point in the $6,000 range, all I'm looking to do is get that 6-man in the field for Saturday. You heard it, Saturday. Another guy that I'm going to be playing, two other guys that I'll mention, and then I'll hand pass the cup. Scott Stallings, although he did not make the cut for the Amex, he had a great showing on Saturday, and previous winner here, missed the cut last year, T49, T43, as mentioned, previous win here. I'm probably going to sprinkle some Stallings magic into a few lineups, and Henrik Norlander is another one, T2 last year, that I'm probably going to give some love to him in my DraftKings lineups.
Yeah. I think you hit on most of them, man. Neesmith, maybe.
Could be, yeah.
He makes some cuts here. You talked about Higgs.
T48, T43. Jon Rahm may be another guy. If you need to get
I was looking at Jon Rahm. Yeah.
If you need to get deeper in the $6,000 range at 6,500, we got 5 out of 5 made cuts. I don't know. Defner's kind of scary right now. Sam Ryder, potentially T10 here last year. 2 out of his past 4, T10 and T43. Let's see. Hold on. There's somebody else down here that I played. So I had to get way deep in this thing. No, Bill Haas has had some pretty good luck here, but I mean, I guess if you're scratching, I don't know that's gonna pan out, but yeah. Peter Malnati, maybe T10. I mean, he's missed 3 of the past 4 cuts, but T10 here last year. I think Camilo Villegas, I think he withdrew last year, and I think he had some family challenges happening there. So,
yep.
Yeah, I'm good, man.
Let's do a lineup.
Well, why don't we? Hope I got some money in the bank over here. Cha-ching.
Well, apparently I've heard you
Cha-ching.
do. So.
Cha-ching. Let's see. All right. By the way, yes, if you're entering your DraftKings lineups, be aware that it is starting. It is starting on Wednesday, and it is finishing on Saturday. All right, you start us out. Where do you want to go? While I drink.
Hold on.
Well, if you need some help, let me set it up for you. Let me set it up. So we both like a lot of people in the $9,000 range. We both like a lot of people in the $8,000 range. You want to start, there's a couple people I think we could go to at the bottom end, or you want to start at the top and work our way down. And I'm good to go either way.
Let's start in the $9,000 range.
Okay. $9,000. Well, I told you. I mean, so pick one: Zalatoris, Finau, or Leishman.
Zalatoris.
You want to go to 8,000 now, or you want to stay in the 9,000 range?
8,000. You pick.
I'm working on it. Ryan Palmer.
Okay.
Saved you some money there too, bud.
Mm-hmm.
$7,000 range. Can I call it?
Yep. Go ahead.
I'm gonna go Rosie if you're good with it.
Yep. Okay.
$24,800 left. So we can go. We need to go. Let's go.
You want to go Luke List? You want to go Molinari? Aaron Wise.
I'm good. Hey, I
Schnedeker.
like.
You want to go Schneds?
We can go Sneds.
All right, Sneds. All right, $8,700. So let's go back to $8,000 range. Anybody else you want in $8,000 range?
17 for. Oh, fuck yeah. Hey, this ain't no putting contest. Okay, so here, So there's a couple things in the $8,000 range. So you said you like Connors this week.
I do.
You want to make a bigger play for why you like Connors this week? I mean, I'm totally good just to pick it and move forward. Connors T37 last year. Connors missed the cut last week. 11th at the Sony. 8. All right, you want to go Connors?
Hold on. I think he's been hell of a ball striker. Where did he finish at the U.S. Open? Maybe he wasn't as good as I remembered him. He played well in the majors last year. And he missed the cut. Now let's skip on Connors.
All right, skip it on Connors. So here's my curveball.
Yeah.
Let's take the three guys. One of the three guys in the middle. You want Reed,
And
Wolff, or
I'll go back to. I do like Connors. What I'm saying for the purposes of this.
No. I know for this tournament. Yeah.
No. I like him for this tournament too. I just don't want him right here. Yeah.
Yeah. No. In the lineup and what we got. Yeah. Reed, Wolff, or Homa.
Wolff.
Woo!
He played well here last year at the
I
US
know
Open.
he did.
Yeah.
I know he did. And he's coming off of let's hope those head games aren't fucking with him. By the way, hold on just a second. You've got $8,900, Dan. You can pick. I would say, in my personal opinion, Gooch missed a cut last week.
Mm-hmm.
We've got $8,900 left. And I'm not afraid to leave money on the table. Let's hold on. Let me look and see. Where did
I say we go with Reed?
We probably already said where Gooch finished at, but let's see what Gooch's. What's Gooch look like here? He does not look as good as one Patrick Reed. Patrick Reed, you have made the lineup, sir. I hope you defend your back-to-back. I may have to put a little scratch down on him anyway. I mean, just a little.
I'm a little iffy on that lineup, but I think it was fun.
We got $200 on the table.
Nah, we're good.
I'm good. I'm good to leave it on the table. I think that's. I think we're pulling. I think we can pull top 10 money there.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Okay. One and done. You were talking about. And what did you say earlier? It had something to do with the schedule.
The schedule, yes.
Schedule.
Yes.
Let me think about this. So you
Mhm.
said your one and done was coming out of Will Zalatoris,
Mhm.
Tony Finau, and Marc Leishman, and
Mhm.
it has something to do with the schedule.
Mhm.
Okay. I'm thinking about it like this. I could be completely wrong. So I'm doing this one completely blind.
Mhm.
I think you're going with the Aussie because we're on the West Coast and we're on the West Coast swing, and it's almost one of the closest places you could be in the contiguous 48 to Hawaii.
Good.
To Australia, excuse me.
Good guess. I'm going with Finau because he doesn't close on Sundays, but Saturday's a different day.
Oh! So I can mark off Tony Finau as my one and done. I don't want to pick the same one as Dan.
You can have it if you want him. You can have it.
No. But did you hear about that? Did you hear about that issue that Finau was having?
No, boy.
No, I did. That is totally bogus. No issues that I'm aware of. All right, give me Willie Z.
Okay, Willie Z's yours. Damn it.
Give me Willie Z. Yeah, I figure I think both of those are good. I did bet both of those outright. Let me bounce over here and just look at some odds real quick while you're keying in the old. Actually, you could leave all three people that I put in there if you want to.
Yeah, I probably. You don't want to burn all three. So the best one's your choice. There you go. Alternates. Oh,
let's
man.
let's do. So who are you putting money on? And so let's do a couple, right? So who are you going to put some outright money on? And then like the next whatever you think the next bet is that you could win, meaning it could be a best of top 20, it could be a 3-ball, it could be a top 5 or a top 10. Lots of scenarios there to dig into. Where's your hard money going?
Last year's winner, Patrick Reed, is 50-1. That's enticing.
I do have hard money on him, by the way.
Matthew Wolff is 66-1. That's interesting. I think I'd probably go for a Finau. I mean, Finau is who's right here, 30-1.
Yeah, for the outright.
Yeah, for the outright. Yeah.
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 No, that's good. I'm just pulling up my slip over here. I mean, when you're talking to people about gambling and they say, "Oh, hold on, I'm pulling up my slip," you think that means they have an issue?
Yes. Yeah, probably.
What if they're drinking while they're doing it? Does that mean they have multiple issues?
Yeah, usually. Yeah.
Perfect. So I got hard money on Leishman at 40-1. I got money on Reed. So I'm in a different book because at Georgia, we're pretty limited in what we can bet. So I'm kind of getting some crappy
I was
money.
doing DraftKings, but yeah.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. So, but I'll tell you the outright money I have. So, I mean, if you can get that money, I mean, even better, right? But
Yeah.
I got 40-1. I got money on Leishman. 40-1. I got money on P. Reed. 100-1. Even though I just said, what the fuck? I did put a little bit on Keith Mitchell. I got money at 100-1 on Snedeker, Luke List, Ryan Palmer, and of course, my one and done. I did put money down on Willie Z. So let me see if there's any.
How much is Willie Z? 33.
Hold on. Where are you? 30. Yeah. So yeah, close enough. 30-1. So that's those are outright. A few outrights that I've got. Some of the interesting like top 10s that I would pick. And I know it's not going to show it on DraftKings necessarily. Let me see if this has. Yeah. So top 10 to finish the tournament. Let me see who's got good money on top 10. There's nobody really that I like in the top 10. I mean, nothing good. Harry Higgs 12-1. That's still not good money. Nobody really in that. I'll have to leave it with those in my betting categories. And if I had to pick one, I'd say that's tough. I'm going to pick two. So I think Willie Z at 30-1 is not horrible. Let me see who's deep. Who's deep in here that we could who could we twiced it with? Let me see. Keith Mitchell's probably a stretch. Mito Pereira. We haven't seen him in quite some time, man. So maybe at 100-1 in the book that I can bet. So that could be Emiliano Grillo. I'm going to go ahead and bet that right now at 150-1. Throw something on that. God, that'd be a good pay. That'd pay for a golf trip, Daddy.
Oh yeah.
That'll be a good bet right there. So there you go. So I got Mito and Henrik Norlander at T2 here last year.
That was a different Norlander, but yeah.
Last year?
Yeah, he was doing.
Yeah.
He was on a hot streak. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you. Look at Sabat. What if Sabatini could pull this off at 250-1?
That video of him taking off of his pullover and not taking off his hat, like he had one of those like hats on, and he didn't take the hat off. It's like that's.
We got to get him on the show to chat with him, man. He's Did you see he had all his? I think we may have mentioned this last week too. That he had all his logos or his sponsors that weren't sponsors anymore.
He's a handful, man. Yeah, he's a good.
I'll wear the hat if I'll wear my hat if he comes on. I'll wear my hat if he comes on. That's all I'm saying.
There you go.
Okay, so what's fun outside of golf? We may or may not have a product placement in the recent release of season 4 of Ozarks.
Yes.
I haven't made it all the way through it yet. Have you been watching? Did you start it at least?
Oh yeah, I'm pretty good ways through it, and love that show. Love Jason Bateman. He makes me crack up. I mean that the demeanor, the sarcasm. It's just like Ruth could be like, F you, Marty, I'm gonna kill you. Well, Ruth, we don't have time to talk about that right now, okay? Because we got other things we got to do. I mean, somebody's got to clean up, somebody's got to mop the floors, okay?
Oh, that's who you didn't catch it earlier. But if you put a picture of Zalatoris and Ruth side by side, tell me that's not like I mean, could be twins. Could be twins.
But Bateman, he just cracks me up, man. I think he dresses the same in every movie with the little button down with the rolled up sleeves up here. You know,
pull up a picture. Pull up a picture. No, I thought it was fantastic. I'm what I'm disappointed about is that it's season 4 and it's the last season.
Is it? No.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's the last season. Yeah. Well, they said it was scheduled to be the last. Maybe it's not. I don't know, but they said it was scheduled to be the last one.
I hope not.
So I'm not. Well, I mean, if you saw the ending, you'd know.
I hope not. Yeah, that's all I can say. I don't want to learn anything. So yeah.
So we don't know where our Masters pick for the major series, Ragtime Rye, is placed out. But I do hear it's in like a bachelor's pad or a bachelor's bar or something along those lines. They've got to be careful how much they can release and tell us and all that good stuff. But you got to pull up Ruth.
Oh, Ruth. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Pull up Ruth and then pull up Willie Z.
Well, here's Ruth. I don't know if I can pull them up side by side.
No, just open a new tab. Open a new tab and you can toggle.
Oh, well, I'll just do this. Let's just do Willie. Zalatoris. There you go.
I mean, tell me it's not. Tell me that that's not a thing.
Let's see if anybody has it in here. And then I'm side by a little bit. There's one over here. Yeah. Are we sure it's not that person?
I'm not sure. I may have checked out. Am I still on?
Well, the other one that they compare him to is the Happy Gilmore caddy, right?
Oh yeah. Oh, I think it's a better Ruth.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, that's hilarious.
Somebody froze my video. Did you freeze my video?
No. I hope you're still rolling. Uh-oh. You back?
We'll see. Yeah, I mean, I can hear you. You can hear me.
Yep, I can. Can't see you though.
No, something happened to my video. Don't know what happened.
No, let me stop sharing just in case that messes with it. No. This is the best you looked all show.
Well, way to go. Dan's ruined the show again.
You're coming back. I think you're coming back.
It says I'm coming back. Let's see. See what this one looks like. Huh. Definitely kicked me off.
So if you haven't checked it out, we did replay the Hudson Swafford Birdies and Bourbon Classic episodes this morning with Hudson from April of 2021, and that was a really good time. And he's a fascinating guy, and glad to see him win. We talked a little bit about that All Nations Bourbon. I think we're supposed to do a bourbon tasting soon, so it'll be interesting to see if we can get him back on and do a bourbon tasting of the All Nations. But yeah, really great to see him win. He had the kid out there with him, which was the first time I think the kid was there when he won. So definitely interesting that he's able to do that. And we got some good shows coming up this week. We got some more tastings coming up. If you have any more tastings that you want us to do, anything you want us to bring into the show, let us know. We'll reach out. We can get those people on the show. Having a great time, but we're gonna have a great year. It's gonna be a fun time in 2022. 2021 was one of those years. It was just kind of like, man, 2020 we were kind of mean to you, but 2021 was even worse or whatnot. But yeah, so looking forward to the 2022. And we got asked the other day about our major predictions, and we haven't done our major predictions yet for this year because we took a little bit of time off during the break. One of us had maybe some issues with the vid, so we had to get over those or whatnot. But we do need to do a major show and go through all our major predictions for the year and our top 10 for the FedEx Cup. Who's coming in? Who's coming out? We need to do that whole prediction show. We owe you that. So we'll plan to do that next couple of weeks and make sure we get that out there. And if you have any suggestions about things you want us to cover on that as well, we can definitely do that. But yeah, it's gonna be an interesting year. I seem to think that maybe Cam Smith's gonna win a major. He's just playing way too well. And the question is, can Rahm win one? He's like the favorite every week, but I don't know. We'll see. Let us know if you think Rahm's going to win another major this year. I definitely think he's going to win more majors in his career. But I think Kyle Porter told us on the show that Data Golf has him at like 2.5 over and under, right? But I mean, I don't know. To be the favorite every week and I don't know. Yeah, I think he's going to win more than that, but I don't know. I don't know if he's going to win one this year or not. So we'll see. But Yeah, I don't know if Cal's coming back. Seems like we're having some issues in Atlanta. Maybe the cold weather got him. Maybe he didn't play his router bill. But hopefully he'll come back and then we can close the show out. But until next time, guys, we'll take you later. Cheers.